What's going on, guys? My name is Brendan Williamson. I am a photographer and videographer living in Northwest Florida. I wanted to start this series in 2020 because a lot of my life is about to change. I'm about to move up to Nashville, Tennessee. The reason for starting this series is kind of my accountability series. So I kind of want to film, week to week, something I've learned, something that I'm doing to help propel me and to help establish me in this new area. Just kind of a vlog mini doc series on everything it takes to, move out, move away, and just start anew with no connections. That's kind of where I'm at, is in Nashville. I don't have any connections there. I don't have any friends there. I am staying with a family member, thankfully, for the first few months until I can be established and have my own place. But I really don't know anybody there, so I won't have much of a social life. I don't know where I'll start my work. So why Nashville? Why is Nashville my spot? Why not LA? Why not New York City? Why not somewhere else? Nashville has grown a lot over the past few years, whether for better or worse, the locals would argue. There's obviously a lot more opportunity there, a lot more competition there, which I became well aware of in my past few months, researching what goes on, everything that happens there. I kind of realized, wow, there are a lot of photographers, videographers, people trying to do the exact same thing that I'm doing. Now, I haven't really seen a series starting from somebody starting from scratch, going somewhere, whether it's LA or New York or somewhere, and just kind of starting anew and just going after it day by day. And so that's kind of why I want to document this. But music itself has played such a large part in my life, as many others would agree. But music is just something that I live by. My Spotify Wrapped hours or minutes was like 80,000 minutes of music. I'm trying to hit 100,000 by next year. But music is just an every daily activity that I do. It's every mood that I'm in, every of everything is music for me. And so when figuring out, what niche of videography do I really want to contribute towards, music was just kind of that plain and simple answer right there. Music has played such a large role in my life, and it tells so many stories in me. And I know it tells so many stories for other people, and that's really what I want to capture and contribute. And just, follow along in artist tours, doing behind the scenes, showing that artist as a person. That's what interests me, connecting the person who is connected with so many memories of somebody that they don't know, and that person doesn't know that person, but to connect and to humanize them is really, really a cool idea, I think. So yeah, so that's why I'm choosing Nashville. Like I said, this is kind of an accountability series for me and my process on how I'm getting from A to B to C to Z. But I want you guys to follow along, whether it's selfishly to hold me accountable or selflessly to inspire you to, go on your own venture. I know I'm not the only one who is very nervous, yet very excited and scared and just not knowing what the hell I'm going to do the rest of my life. I can't be the only one. I know I'm not. So if you guys are watching this, I know everybody's got something, and if you're working your normal job and you are totally happy with it, that is so cool. I'm so jealous of you. But just follow along with this, and if you have some sort of dream, whether it's some sort of small personal goal, big personal goal, tell me what you're doing to achieve your, your goals for 2020, your long-term dreams. I know I'm not the only one with these crazy ambitions. If your specialty isn't photography or videography, or your niche isn't music, that's okay. Just watch this to kind of see my process, but also to inspire you to start your process and just go with it. Go with it, go with it, go with it. Don't be stuck in the analysis paralysis like I was for years and years. I'm only 23, so really not that many years, but a long time. It's a long time when you're 23. So what am I doing to prepare for this move that I am so scared of? Like I said, I don't know anybody here. So what am I doing so that I don't go in totally cold turkey, which I am? Reaching out to everybody I can that will respond, which is not that many. reaching out to photographers, reaching out to videographers, reaching out to artists, musicians, drummers, guitarists, everybody, anybody that will tap the little message request button and read what I have to say. I'm talking to them. I'm trying to show them that, hey, I'm really interested in this field. This is what I want to do. Can you please, give me a few minutes. Let's talk. Let's meet up when I get up there. Let me see what you're doing and how can I help you in the most genuine way possible. Like I said, I have a bit of a financial buffer built up. So that's gonna allow me to do a little bit of free work and just learn from people in the most genuine way I can and not be too, financially strapped to where I'm desperate for money and I'm looking for cheap work. So yeah, really just reaching out to people, letting them know, hey, I just want to learn everything I can. Just please give me some of your time. I won't let it go to waste. My biggest concern is that, I don't want them to think I'm trying to step on their toes by coming into their scene and being like, hey, I want to do exactly what you're doing and I want to steal all your work. It's kind of hard to find that fine line, but I want to say, hey, I'd love to learn from you and collaborate with you more than just kind of stepping on your toes and, hey, I want to steal all your work. I don't want to put off that vibe, and that's my biggest concern of what would be put off when that is by no means what I'm trying to do, because there are so many artists, along with many videographers and photographers, but there are so many artists in that city. There is no shortage of work. So yeah, that's everything that I'm doing to prepare for moving up to Music City. So like I said, I have a little bit of a financial safety net built up. So how did I build that up? What did I do? So I moved back home last year after graduating college. And my senior year of college is when I decided, hey, this is what I'm gonna go full time with. I'm gonna do photography. Let's get this thing rolling. So I did. So when I moved back home, I started shooting real estate, random events that would come to town, anything that I could get my hands on. If it was music work, I did it for free. If a decent sized artist was coming to town, I'd reach out to the promoter, to the production guy, anybody, say, hey, can I just come out here and shoot? I'd love to shoot. I will give you whatever you want afterwards. Let me do this, just to hopefully try and make a little bit of a connection to something. So yeah, so living at home with my parents, great thing, nothing to be ashamed of. If it's not too long, nothing to be ashamed of. Building up that safety net was essential to allow myself to make this bigger step later on. So I'm very grateful for that. And that's kind of how I'm able to move up to Nashville without being too scared about money off the bat. I'm sure by March or April, then I'll start to be dwindling, and hopefully by then I'll have those connections and those jobs to kind of keep me afloat there. If not, we'll talk about that later. So a little bit more about myself. I grew up in this beautiful town here of Navarre, Florida. Navarre has been a great place to grow up. We have beautiful beaches. I love to be on the water, exercise, run, all that sort of stuff. But as far as opportunity goes, it's really not where you want to be when you're trying to start a business, when you're trying to grow. I'm energetic for you guys. I'm passionate about this. This is something I've been wanting to do for a couple years now. I started watching vlogs on YouTube in like 2010 in middle school. So I've been, so scared of what other people will think of me. And that fear is still very much there. And I just have chosen to push it to the side and not care anymore. So, big 2020 goal, just be myself. Stop caring what other people are saying, what other people are thinking. I'm sure my friends will watch this. They will give me shit. I give them permission to give me shit. I will just use that to push me to keep going and to care less about what people think, because I know there are other people out there that want to do what I'm doing, not in a cocky way, but there are other people out there that want to follow dreams. They want to be themselves, but they're too scared about what other people will think. And I want to show them, hey, same, but different. So yeah, that's just kind of the main thing I want to say here is, you know, this is my goal. This is my 2020 deal. This is what I'm doing. Tell me what you're up to. Tell me what your big thing for 2020 is. Subscribe, like, follow whatever you're watching this on, and let's crush 2020. Let's go. There's like a delay. So it's, it's like, if you try to sing, it's like delayed, so it's hard to get the beat. I wanna know.